What's going on, everybody? This is Super Nintendo Mike here, and welcome to part 3 of my E3 2014 press conference reviews and thoughts and such. And this is part 3, and going to be talking about Ubisoft, or as Glenn Beck would like to say, Ubisoft. Just found that so funny. You have to see the video, and it was kind of ridiculous what he said. But it was interesting. What's her name did it again for the second or third year in a row. I think she did a really good job. She lifted the crowd up. I mean, some of the humor was really, really bad, but for the most part, she did a pretty good job. Now let's talk about the games, of course. We saw Far Cry 4. We saw the Assassin's Creed Unity. We saw these really small indie games, like that exercising game or whatever it was. And those are really the only games that stood out at me. There were probably other games, but those are the games that I really paid attention to. So let's talk about Far Cry 4. I'm probably going to be talking about Far Cry 4 and Assassin's Creed Unity. That's probably it. That's all that stood out to me. I know there's more that they talked about, but I just want to talk about those two games. So Assassin's Creed Unity, it takes place during the French Revolution. You got the guillotine. You have the co-op, which is pretty interesting that they're implementing co-op into the campaign. Can't wait to see how that's going to play out, and if it's definitely should be online co-op, but we'll just have to see because I don't think you're going to be able to share the screen with 4 other people. I don't see that happening. It has to be online. Speaking of online, we're going to get to Far Cry 4 about that online, which is pretty interesting on PS4. But back to Assassin's Creed Unity. Yet again, with the parkour and everything, I mean, it's just that when you're running, you're really fast, and they're getting better and better at that with the fighting mechanics and everything, but you're running, and then when you get in a fight, all your momentum slows down. There needs to be an Assassin's Creed and Rise Son of Rome hybrid game, where you have some of the ideas from Rise go over to Ubisoft and tell them, hey, we have some great ideas for making the parkour even better, the run and gun, but not run and gun, but run and slice or whatever, even better, because if you combine that, it will be a fantastic game, because when you're running as an assassin, even though assassins don't really exist anymore, the old-fashioned ones that are in these Assassin's Creed games, they don't really slow down when they're in a fight. They're really quick, they're very versatile, and they don't slow down with their momentum. I mean, that's something that they've been working on, but I don't really see it getting that much better each year. I mean, the game is running smoother and smoother each year. They have more AI on the screen, so it's going to be interesting what the frame rate will be on PC. Sorry about that. But on like PS4, I mean, it should be a next-gen only game. That's the problem with these games right now, is that some of them are ports and such, and they're not really that good. But I think Black Flag was the last Assassin's Creed you're going to see on the 7th generation of gaming. So it looked really gorgeous. I mean, it's out this year, of course. I don't know if they're being pressured by Ubisoft to make a game every year, but it seems like it, because these Assassin's Creed games would be so much better if they were every other year, or if they were released in like March, like they did with Watch Dogs, which turned out to be a lot better. Except for the PC port, it was terrible. You had to adjust some settings. Even adjusting settings, like anti-aliasing and such, and all that annoying stuff. You had to go in the settings for NVIDIA cards. I don't know what you did with AMD cards, but it must have sucked. But getting back to Assassin's Creed, it looked really good. I can't wait to play it. I'm definitely going to pre-order that. I'm definitely going to play it. Might LP it. We'll just have to see about that. And what would be really cool is if you could actually use the guillotine. But I don't think you can, because this isn't really an assassination game as what they've approached it to be. It's just you're getting information. Well, at the end you're assassinating the guy, but you're not assassinating people that give you information. You're leaving them alone. So it's not... The Creed isn't as creedy, get it, in this game as it was in Black Flag. Black Flag was absolutely brutal. And it didn't need to be. I mean, I know it's the title of the game, but come on, Ubisoft, you went a little overboard in that game, and the whole plot and everything was all right for the first half of the game, but when you got to the second half of the game, it was a huge mess. I hope Assassin's Creed Unity restores the story with Assassin's Creed. I hope it's a good thing. I mean, I'm pretty sure they went ahead in time again because it's a French Revolution. So it's after that pirate age over in the Caribbean and such. But I don't know. It should be a really good game. And now let's get into Far Cry 4 or Far Cry Dos Equis as some of the screenshots and the controversy. Because the same voice actor that played Joel in The Last of Us is in Far Cry 4, the main enemy, the boss in this game per se, except he has a really weird haircut according to the cover of the game. I don't know if I'll put that on the screen or not, depending on how much time I have to edit these videos. According to the couple gameplay snippets, which was in the Sony conference too, I believe. Yes, it was. EA, all they really showed was just a little trailer from the game. Pretty sure that's exact footage from the game. You're getting off this truck. You're trying to take over this base. And then the bad guy just comes in with a helicopter, and he got a little brutal because some of the guys weren't paying attention to instructions. He killed one of them and such. But it was interesting. At first, I thought it was Jason. I could have sworn, but it was this guy that was born in this fictional region in the Himalayas. Oh, that would have been so amazing if Jason had a return again. But I don't really think Jason would return. In the series, they're gonna have a new character, as they have had in the entire series. I don't exactly remember the plot between Far Cry 1 and 2, but in 3 it was Jason. In this game, it's this character that's from this fictional place in the Himalayas. And it looked really good. It looked gorgeous. I mean, it's pre-rendered and such, but it looked really good. I can't wait to play on PC. That's a game I'm definitely going to get. And if you pre-order the game now, you're going to get some free DLC, which is exciting. You also get to play as different characters, as what I'm going to talk about next in the Sony conference. So thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Super Nintendo Mike here, and I'll see you in the next part of this E3 2014 recap press conference with the big companies, as Sony's going to be our next contender, as they brought a lot to the shelf in this one. So yeah, we'll just have to see when I talk about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Super Nintendo Mike here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.